Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you didn't know by now, my name is Diana, aka Chef D, and today we are going to make the ultimate veggie sandwich. Now, there's so many components to this beautiful sandwich that it's very easy, very quick, and honestly it's perfect for meal prep and leftovers. Now, the first component that is absolutely delicious is that these veggies are going to be roasted. Second component is that we are going to be marinating these veggies with my balsamic marinade, which just adds that level of zingness and tartness and just really just elevates the veggies. And the third component, most important component in my opinion, is my sun-dried tomato and basil spread. It is just unbelievable. Honestly, this would be like a hybrid of like a muffaletta, vegetarian style, with like a pesto, but instead of it being like just a regular pesto, where it's gonna be a sun-dried tomato pesto. So yeah, all those components mixed together in a beautiful sandwich. This is literally the ultimate Sammy. I hope you guys enjoy this recipe. And listen, if you have leftovers of the spread, of the veggies, you know, you can use them throughout the week for your salads, even for another veggie sandwich. You can honestly have the spread with like crackers, with like crudités, all of that together. So this is not really only a one-time recipe, because you can use these different components for different things. So guys, if you enjoy this recipe, please don't forget to give this video a big like, a big share, and a big subscribe. And please don't forget to hit that notification button, because I am bringing to you guys new videos every single week. I will see you guys shortly. Let's start by gathering all of our vegetable ingredients to roast. Beforehand though, please turn on your oven to 380 degrees Fahrenheit. For the peppers, and make sure to wash them, dry them, and take out all of the seeds. You can either slice the peppers in halves or into quarters. This really just depends on how you like them. Once they're all prepped up, place them in a very large bowl. Now for the onions. Make sure you peel them and cut them into either half-inch slices or sliced into rounds. The size and the shape of the rounds really depends on you. As you see in the video, I am making them a bit on the thicker side than usual, and I do this because I want them to roast and kind of stay the same size. Once you're done with your sliced round onions, just place everything inside the same bowl where the peppers are going. We want minimum dishes, and let's get started with the eggplant. Make sure you wash and dry your eggplants. And now we're simply either going to slice them lengthwise into half-inch thick rectangles, or you can simply just slice them into rounds. Like I said, this does depend on you, and this depends on how you like your veggies roasted. I did my lengthwise because I like that thickness, and when they roast, I kind of want them to stay the same length. Now we will be working with 3 portobello mushrooms, large sized. Using a damp paper towel, put a little bit of water and start cleaning off the mushrooms. The last thing you want to do is place these mushrooms under running water, because we don't want that water to soak into those mushrooms that are literally made up of water. Now, what I'm doing here is just taking out the imperfections to the sides of the mushroom. Next, with a spoon, carefully scoop out inside the mushroom heads. I like this method because it just makes the roasting a little bit cleaner and more even. And what I like to do is, when I'm done with this, slice the little top off that mushroom head, like you'll see in the video right now. And after that, what we want to do is either slice your mushroom in half or in 4 quarters. This literally depends on your preference. Once that is done, place everything inside the same bowl. Remember, less dishes, and let's get ready for the next step. For the 2 small yellow squash, just wash them, dry them, and literally slice them lengthwise into half-inch rectangles or rounds. Like I've said before, this just depends on how you like cutting your veggies for roasting. Once you're done slicing your squash, just place them back in the same large bowl where the rest of the veggies are so we can get started on our marinade. For the marinade, there's going to be 3 major staples to making this. Pour in your 6 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, nice and evenly. Next, your 4 tablespoons of olive oil. And lastly, your 2 tablespoons of dried oregano. Now, the salt is going to be to your liking as well as the pepper. Now, you can go heavy on this or you can go light on this. This really just depends on you. Make sure you're tossing and turning your vegetables and seasoning as you go. That's really crucial to get these vegetables really seasoned up. Using 2 large cookie sheets or 2 large sheet pans, line them up with nonstick foil or parchment paper, as this will literally prevent the veggies from sticking to the pan when roasting. Evenly spread out all your marinated veggies onto the lined sheet pans and place them directly into your oven. What I like honestly doing for this is whenever you have leftover of the marinade, that means any leftover juices, please don't let them go to waste. As you'll see in the video, what I really love doing is literally just taking a soup spoon and literally putting all of this all over the veggies. I mean, this is just pure flavor. You have the marinade, you have that saltiness, you have that pepperiness, and once you're done, put it right into the oven. Remember, at 380 degrees Fahrenheit for 35 to 15 minutes, because this really does depend on how your oven works. Now let's gather all of our ingredients for the spread. In a blender or food processor, combine the pecans, also the sun-dried tomatoes, even with the residual oil, a little bit that it comes with, add that on there. Next, add in your garlic, your cloves of garlic, salt and black pepper to your liking. Blend or pulse until everything looks well chopped, and pop open the lid once again and add in your fresh lemon juice. The next step is adding our Parmesan cheese, and if you are vegan, you can definitely use nutritional yeast. I would just recommend 1 teaspoon at a time. Next, we will be adding our fresh basil. Now, this is crucial to this recipe. And once everything is back in the blender, whiz up or pulse once again until everything is combined. Lastly, start drizzling in your olive oil through the small hole of the blender or food processor. Leave it running while you're doing this step. If you do like a smoother spread, just add a bit more of that oil. Once done, set aside for later use or store and place it inside your fridge until you're ready to use this spread. This will definitely stay fresh for up to 1 week without freezing. Once the veggies are roasted, take them out of the oven and let them cool for 5 minutes or until they're safe to touch. Look how beautiful these lovely roasted veggies came out. Perfectly cooked, and on top of that, they did not stick to the sheet pan. This is why I definitely recommend you guys use either a parchment paper or a non-stick foil paper. Now, what I'm doing here is just getting the veggies that I will be using to make my ultimate sandwich. As you see, there's obviously leftovers, and I just pack them up and put them in the fridge, and they are good to go for 1 whole week. Turn your stovetop to a medium-high heat and add in your olive oil or butter. Next, we're going to be adding in our slices of bread. Remember that the bread is to your liking and what you like to have on the spread and on the veggies, so feel free to use whatever you like. On another note, if you don't want to use this step, don't even worry about it. You can always use your toaster, or you can have the bread cold. This really just depends on your time and what you like. To assemble the sandwich, spread generously the sun-dried tomato basil spread on each slice of bread. As you see in the video, I'm pretty much going hardcore on the spread because this is like the mayo and mustard to any sandwich. Plus, the flavor is just delicious. Next, let's add in our roasted vegetables. This really depends on how you like the layers, but this is how I love doing my layers. And the more you want to stack, the better it is, the heftier the sandwich is going to be. So it's all good. It's really however you like to assemble it going on from here. Lastly, add in your cheese of choice, and if you like to add a lettuce of your choice. For this particular recipe, I did want to use fresh mozzarella and fresh arugula just to add a little bit of that kick to it. But if you are vegan, there are plenty of vegan options such as Follow Your Heart, the Chow brand, that really are delicious on the Sammy. Look at all those beautiful layers, very juicy, very flavorful. We have all those components mixed together. And look at the opening of this amazing sandwich. Guys, I really hope you enjoy this. I'm so happy you guys got to see my ultimate veggie Sammy, and now it's time for my favorite, the taste testing. Okay. Oh my God. Okay guys, I'm gonna continue eating this. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. If you did enjoy this recipe, please don't forget to give me a big like, a big share, and a big subscribe, guys, because yes, I am bringing to you guys videos every single week. Ciao.